Hello viewers, welcome to Dr. Esmac Medici classes. In today's class, let us learn about important concepts. So in this video, I will be covering about 4 concepts. Among the concepts, the first one is about metabolism, drug metabolism and importance of liver enzymes in drug metabolism. And the second one, I will be covering about drug enzyme inhibitors. So there are some drugs, there are some classes of drugs that will cause enzyme inhibition, and I'll be telling some mnemonics for enzyme inhibitors. And the third concept, I'll be explaining about enzyme inducers. So there are some drugs that induces the enzymes, and by induction of certain enzymes, metabolism of some drugs will be occurring rapidly. So that is the third concept. And fourth concept, I'll also be covering about mnemonics of some drugs that undergo enterohepatic circulation. So these are 4 different concepts I'll be covering in this video. There are many organs or many sites that are involved in metabolism. See, once we take the drug through oral route or through IV route or through IM or any route, so after administration of the drug reaches into the blood plasma, and from the plasma the drug will be distributed to all parts of the body. And among the different sites that undergo metabolism, in that gut wall is the main site where metabolism is seen. So for example, digoxin is the drug where digoxin undergoes metabolism through microsomal bacteria in the GI tract. And we have lungs, and in lungs also there are some drugs that undergoes metabolism. And in kidneys and plasma, even kidneys also will have certain metabolic reactions, and in plasma there are some enzymes that will try to metabolize the drugs. And among all these sites, liver is very important organ where 99% of the drugs are metabolized in the liver. And this is done because liver contains n number of enzymes, and liver is highly perfused, and it is connected with different blood vessels, especially hepatic portal vein, and it is the largest organ for metabolism. So metabolism is nothing but conversion of one form of the drug to the other form, or biotransformation of active drug to the inactive drug is called metabolism, or biotransformation of toxic drug to non-toxic form, or the biotransformation of non-polar drug to polar drug. So this conversion is called metabolism. And in metabolism, actually there are 2 phases of metabolism. So most of the drugs will be metabolized by phase 1 reactions, and in phase 1 we have oxidation, reduction and hydrolysis. Okay, and sometimes cyclization and decyclization also will be seen. I'll be sharing the pic. You can see the examples of drugs that undergo different chemical reactions. And in phase 2 reactions, usually we have conjugation related reactions. In phase 2 reactions, glucuronide conjugation, methylation, acetylation, glycine conjugation and sulfate conjugation are commonly seen in phase 2 reactions, and most of the time these conjugation reactions are commonly seen in phase 2 reactions. And after finishing the phase 2 reactions, drugs will be either excreted through urine, or sometimes they will be excreted through feces. Now let us discuss about enzyme inhibitors. So enzyme inhibitors are some drugs that will try to inhibit the enzymes which are present in the liver, and by inhibition of certain enzymes in the liver, the other drugs which are metabolized by these enzymes will not be happening. So enzyme inhibition will try to increase the concentration of certain drugs, and by that toxicity may be seen. For example, a warfarin is given along with any enzyme inhibitor. In enzyme inhibitors we have ciprofloxacin or cimetidine, many other drugs. So when warfarin is given along with ciprofloxacin will inhibit the enzymes in the liver, and that will reduce the metabolism of warfarin, and warfarin toxicity increases, and by that bleeding risk may be seen in the patient. So this is about enzyme inhibitors. So in enzyme inhibitors, just try to remember this mnemonic: sickfaces.com, sickfaces.com group. Okay, just imagine that many of us will be having some WhatsApp groups, and in the starting stage the WhatsApp group will be very active, but there is a group called sickfaces.com group. This group will be sleeping all the time. Okay, that indicates that this sickfaces.com mnemonic will help you to understand the inhibitors actually. So this group is inhibitory group. So every time these people will be sleeping is nothing but inhibition. Okay, so by seeing the sickfaces.com, let us read one by one. Yes, in the sickfaces.com explains about sodium valproate, and I indicates isoniazid, C indicates cimetidine, K indicates ketoconazole, F fluconazole, A alcohol, just remember A means alcohol, C again ciprofloxacin, E erythromycin, just remember erythromycin, S means sulfonamides, so just remember S means sulfonamides, and in the next C you can write as chloramphenicol, and O omeprazole, and M metronidazole, and finally G is indicated by group, no, so G means grapefruit juice. Just remember, most of us think that grapefruit juice is different from grapes. Okay, so grapefruit juice is a very important enzyme inhibitor. So when a patient takes grapefruit juice, you have to tell patients like those who are taking anticoagulants or aspirin or some drugs like digoxin. So these drugs activity will be increased, and sometimes their lethal adverse effects may be seen. So in that cases we have to strictly monitor the other drugs, because these drugs may inhibit the enzymes and their activity may be increased. So this is about enzyme inhibitors, and now let us see about enzyme inducers. So in the same way as we have seen in the enzyme inhibitors, in the enzyme inducers, just try to remember one mnemonic. So crap GPS induced me the headache. So sometimes you see GPS, by using the GPS will be going to some places. Sometimes the GPS will be crap, and that will try to induce us the headache. So most of the time GPS will be taking us to the different destination. Actually we have to go to one place, but sometimes GPS will take us to other destination. So crap in the GPS also sometimes will try to induce headache. So I just try to remember like that, crap GPS induced headache. So in crap, see, so crap GPS is mainly seen with car only, no, so don't confuse with ciprofloxacin or cimetidine. Here crap, C means carbamazepine, and R rifampicin, A alcohol. Actually here in enzyme inducers, chronic use of alcohols will induce the alcohol, and whereas in inhibitors, bulk amount of alcohol at a time sometimes may cause enzyme inhibition. Okay, so here C carbamazepine, R rifampicin, A alcohol, and P phenobarbital. Just try to remember phenobarbital or phenytoin. Okay, crap, and G means graziofulvin, P is phenytoin or phenobarbital, you can take any one, and S means sulfonylurea. Don't forget, sulfonylureas are antihypertensive drugs, very commonly used antihypertensive drugs, and hypertension is commonly seen with sulfonylureas. So these are some mnemonics you have to understand that these drugs are enzyme inducers. So these when these drugs are given along with some other drugs, so these enzyme inducers will try to increase the enzyme activity in the liver, and by that metabolism of some drugs will occur very fast and therapeutic activity will be reduced. For example, just I will tell you one example. See, for example, you have given oral contraceptives along with any one of the enzyme inducer. For example, alcohol is enzyme inducer, or sometimes phenytoin is given, or phenobarbital is given. Any one of the enzyme inducer is given along with oral contraceptive. So these enzyme inducers will increase the enzyme levels in the liver, and they will try to metabolize oral contraceptives quickly, and by that contraceptive failures are commonly seen with enzyme inducers. So these enzyme inducers will try to reduce the plasma therapeutic levels of the drugs, and by that therapy failure is commonly seen. So this is about enzyme inducers. And the final concept is about the drugs that undergo enterohepatic circulation. So in enterohepatic circulation is nothing but there are some drugs which will be having enterohepatic circulation from the liver. The drug will be excreted through the bile juice, and again it will reach into the duodenum and in the small intestine, and in the small intestine again the drug will be absorbed to the liver, and from there again it reaches into the serum, and from the serum again after completion of its pharmacological action by binding on the receptors or binding on the cells or cell membranes or channels everywhere, and after finishing its pharmacological action again it comes to the liver, and from the liver it will again transfer through the bile juice, again it goes to the small intestine, and from there again it will be reabsorbed. So this is called enterohepatic circulation. So there are some drugs that undergoes enterohepatic circulation, and for that I have a mnemonic. Just remember this mnemonic. CAR has taken TT injection, and made after taking TT injection sometimes will have some anxiety disorders. So CAR took TT, and after taking TT it horned PP through Dickey. Okay, so CAR plus TT horned PP through Dickey. So this is the mnemonic you can memorize. So here CAR means carbamazepine, and TT means here you can remember it as tricyclic antidepressants and theophylline. So in TT we have theophylline and tricyclic antidepressant. So carbamazepine, theophylline, tricyclic antidepressant, and PP. In that PP you can remember as phenobarbital and phenothiazine. Just remember, phenothiazine is a very important drug. In phenothiazines we have some clinically used drugs like promethazine and chlorpromazine. Okay, and they are very effective in antiemetics or anticholinergics, or sometimes they are also effective as antiallergics, antihistamines. Okay, so phenothiazines and phenobarbital. PP means phenothiazines and phenobarbital, and D means just remember digoxin. So digoxin undergoes enterohepatic circulation. So just there are 6 drugs that will undergo enterohepatic circulation. Just try to remember. The drugs that undergo enterohepatic circulation are carbamazepine, which is indicated by CAR, and theophylline, tricyclic antidepressants. In tricyclic antidepressants you can take any example, and phenobarbital, phenothiazine and digoxin. So these are some drugs you can memorize by using these mnemonics. So that's it about today's class. In next class I'll come with some other important mnemonics and useful information. Please keep watching my videos, and if you learned something from our video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and try to share with your medical related friends. Thank you for watching.